Question, whatever this one is, what's a fun secret, like Easter eggy type thing that readers can look out for? There's lots. I think that whenever a writer writes, there are going to be things that they have assimilated into their minds, into their lives, into their aesthetic, that's going to show up in their writing. So there is going to be a couple of things, few things that you can look out for. Some of them are very obvious, like my love for Gothic and classic literature. You're going to encounter Frankenstein. You're going to encounter The Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. You're going to encounter a Christina Rossetti poem. There's also like less obvious stuff, because those things are all mentioned by name. You are going to find a couple of lines lifted or paraphrased from some of my favorite musicals, one of them being Jekyll and Hyde, which, again, and then probably the most subtle thing that you can be on the lookout for is that when I wrote the short story that became this book, a snake was one of the... So for those who aren't familiar, I write short stories based on a prompt, and whether that's like dice or storytelling cards or whatever, like I have to incorporate everything from the prompt into the story. So in this case, one of the symbols was a snake, and it was, you know, snakes feature very heavily in this and in the short that led to it. But one really cool thing about that short story was that throughout that entire thing, I was very deliberate, because there was a talking snake and like the whispers and hisses that follow this maid around. I was very deliberate in choosing words that have a s sound in them. So there are parts, and you'll especially notice it when a snake is talking in this book, that I have deliberately chosen words that have S sounds in them. And so if you read it out loud, like there is some mention of like the S's lingering in the air, and that's reinforced through the writing. So you might not notice it unless you were listening to an audiobook version, which doesn't exist, at least not yet. But that's like probably the most subtle Easter egg to look out for.